Everyone. Hello everyone. Today we'll be presenting our ideas on the multiple intelligences project under educational psychology. My name is Arief.
My name is Amirul.
My name is Olivia.
My name is Nafisah.
Let's get started. So first off, let's give a bit of introduction to the theory. The theory itself was proposed in 1983 by Howard Gardner in his book Frames of Mind. The whole theory basically challenges the traditional view of the IQ, whereas some people are just naturally born with good intelligence, while others have to find other ways. The Howard Gardner brought 8 distinct different intelligences that exist within everyone, while some are stronger and some are more significant. It provides a transformative lens to support student learning potential, and as for us, we chose kinesthetic and musical intelligence. Another more piece of insight, intelligence, as Howard believes, is not just IQ, and people have different types of intelligence and different ways to learn. Another bit of insight is that intelligence is not just basic understanding of concept, is also creativity, physical skills, and social and emotional skills. These can be developed through experiences, and teachers should use varied methods like storytelling, music, movement, group work, and so on. These activities by teacher will help students to have a better learning environment, have confidence, and creativity. Next slide.
Alright, now to musical intelligence. So our activity for musical intelligence is story soundtrack. So to start with, how the lesson will go is that the teacher will explain the topic, which is past tense and adjectives, since we're teaching grammar using musical intelligence. And teacher will give examples. And then step 2, and then after that, then the activity starts as a warm-up. Not as a warm-up, sorry. Students will listen to music as the teacher turns on the music, and the students will think about the mood, setting, or situation. Like the teacher will say, think of how you feel when you listen to this music, and then they will be given time to listen to the music. They will think how they feel while listening to it. And next is their writing task. So basically they have to have a paper or their notebook. And with this, the students will write a story or paragraph based on the music they listen to, how they feel it, what mood they got with it. And the teacher will also guide them through this. And in the story, it must include past tense verbs, adjectives, and conjunctions. And then the next part is the sharing session. So after they wrote their stories, it doesn't have to be long, it just has to be a complete story. Students have to read their stories aloud, and the music will play softly in the background to give it a bit ambiance, and teacher will give their feedback. And the activity can be repeated when other music, topics, other music or the topic. So basically, this will work. Okay, the teacher will open a sad music, and the students will listen, and they can think if they think the music is sorrowful, sad, or just scary, because sometimes sad music can be scary, and they can make story based out of it. And after that, the teacher can switch to a happy music. And the next. And these are the example soundtracks, and there will be happy, a happy music, calm music, sad, and suspenseful. So this gives them a variety of sounds to listen, to feel, basically giving them a variety of things to think about,
To be creative.
To be more creative with their thoughts. And with this, they can learn how to connect music with grammar. And this can help them remember what they learned, because this is using music. And nowadays, children learn better with music, especially with the rise of apps like TikTok, YouTube. So yeah, that's how musical intelligence activity will be, how it works basically. And then that's my point. Let's pass this point to the next.
Okay, so now we will go on to our next chosen intelligence, which is kinesthetic intelligence. So our activity for kinesthetic will be grammar obstacle course. So this is how it goes. First, the teacher will have to arrange some obstacles, which whatever the classroom provides. Maybe we can bring some items as well, like chairs, cushions, or tapes, or maybe strings and bells. And then once we arrange all those, or the teacher, or we can ask the students to help, the teacher will put word cards at different stations. Like we can put it on the ground, and we will ask them to maybe crawl or walk, but we will have to be extremely careful and cautious so the students doesn't get hurt, which will be explained thoroughly when the teacher is explaining the rules. So the students will pick out one word card at each station, and they will have to say the word aloud when they're moving. And then they will have to collect as many cards as possible, and at the end they will have to arrange a meaningful sentence. And the teacher will guide the students as they are creating a sentence. And if the students happen to pick up wrong cards, the teacher will provide more cards at the station. Like maybe they picked up a cat and dog, and you cannot make a sentence. The teacher will provide more cards at the end so the students can create a sentence. And if they made the wrong sentence, the teacher will correct them and guides them. So these are the cards that the teacher will prepare. They're adjective and subject and verb. And so when the students are learning and they're sitting at one spot and the teacher is just teaching them in a very traditional way, sometimes the students just can't learn. They just can't remember what the teacher says. So when the students, especially little kids, they learn better when they're moving actively. So this will help them to remember what exactly they learn and what sentence they actually create. I will pass this to Amirul.
Okay, so for my part, for this conclusion, Howard Gardner theory of multiple intelligence have provide us as a group with a broader and more meaningful understanding of intelligence. So for example, we have musical intelligence, we have kinesthetic in our projects. Also, each student have to possess the unique strength and also use this strength to be recognized and developed in the classroom. So basically, as a teachers, we need to use more tools and multiple intelligence that we have to provide the student and create a creativity in our classroom. Okay, that's it for my part.
That is all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.